heroic warrior He-Man battles against the evil Lord Skeletor and his armies of darkness for control of Castle Grayskull. 1987, Dolph Lundgren, Courtney Cox, but more importantly for us today, Frank Langella. Not from the movie Dave, but from one of his favorite roles, according to him, where he played Skeletor. And I think the biggest reason he liked playing Skeletor was because at that time he had a young son that was really into Masters of the Universe. Let's go ahead and bust him out of this plastic. Let's see how evil and menacing he really looks for today's action figure review, Masterverse Masters of the Universe, Skeletor. So here we are, guys, the normal and traditional Masterverse packaging. You can see that this is in a deluxe style package, but just kind of looking at it real close, he's got two sets of hands there, sword and his staff. On the side, Skeletor, evil tyrant of Eternia. On this other side, some great artwork. My goodness, look at that. And then, of course, on the back, some more great artwork. Let's go ahead and bring this in a little bit closer. You could push pause if you want to go ahead and read that. Skeletor, and in this wave, you have He-Man, that does not look like Dolph Lundgren, Evil Lyn, Frosta, Roboto, and Stratos. So we picked up Roboto, skipped on Frosta. We'll probably pick up Evil Lyn and He-Man, maybe Stratos. But today, it is all about the evil tyrant of Eternia. You have to be kidding me. We're not. That is legit. That's kind of how he was posed in the box. I put his staff in his hand, and I have his other accessories right here. But my goodness, I don't know where else to go. I really don't need to go that much more into it. It is a figure that, in my opinion, it is it's mid-January. We're in the back half of January already. I'm already calling this a contender for top 10 of the year. Looking at the projected for 2023, we don't have a lot of hard-hitting, mainline, streamlined figures coming out. This has got to be up there, guys. My goodness, the detail on the Skeletor right here is tremendous. So let's go ahead and see his accessories while he's right there floating in the back. Cosmic Key. Am I correct? Isn't this like the multiverse key to the rest of the world and the cosmos? Kind of like what Loki does, and Spider-Man, and who else? Doctor Strange, Marty McFly, everybody who goes through all these different universes back in time and all that stuff. But that is the Cosmic Key. And he has two hands. He has his left open hand, like he's about to say high five. And then he's got his right fist. So if we could see that there. Right fist and left hand. Before we go any further, guys, let's go ahead and look at the staff. It is tremendous. The detail on this thing is crazy. It is that molded type of shiny metal gray, but it does look like it have some paint apps or some little bit of washing down in there. Could it use more? I think it could. But again, for what we're getting here, let's take a closer look at the actual sword. There you go. That's better. Both sides. Look at that detail on the handle. So far, so good. So far, very impressed. Cosmic Key. A nice purple color. This does look like it's molded all together. It doesn't spin or anything, but the plastic is painted. And this strap over here, this leather strap, is not movable. Well, yeah, I guess it is a little bit. So let's go ahead and look a little bit closer at Skeletor. We are going to get as close as we can. Look at that head. There we go. Look at that head sculpt, everybody. I don't see Frank Langella in there. I see Skeletor. Look at this. Painted sculpting right in here. Here's a sash, or whatever you want to call it. And there's detail all in there. All the way down to the, looks like skulls down there. Helmets of some sort. And then he has his type of belt. He is going for the championship of the world. You can tell right there. And then, of course, this right here is that nice cosmic purple, I guess you could call it. And then his actual hood going into his cape. This is more of a dark brown with some red, like a reddish mud brown. And it does come up a little bit, and you got this little detail here with the gold. And then, of course, his soft goods cape. And then he has his tunic. You learned that in Night at the Museum. This is a tunic. Got some skulls in there. Some nice print pattern. Wow, this is amazing. So it just looks like the patterns change on each rung as it goes up higher and higher. And it looks like it's the same on the left side. The detail on this, guys, is very, very cool. Let's look at his gauntlets and the detail. And they have like a sparkly type of cosmic paint to his arms and his gauntlet and pretty much the whole figure. And it adds a nice, I'm going to say a nice shine or a sheen to it because, you know, it is movie inspired. And I guess it would look good in person and, of course, in the movie. Let's go ahead and look at his boots. Got a skull right there. I'm really amazed by this, guys. I really am, if you can't tell by now. I don't know if you guys can see that, what I'm saying as far as that cosmic type of pattern. I'm not going to say glitter because glitter should be banned, but it has that nice cosmic look to it. Let's go back up to the shoulder pads. Shoulder pads has the same type of paint as the chest armor, their chest plate there. Let's look at that gauntlet. Nice detail on the gauntlet. So far, extremely impressed with the detail of this action figure. Let's go ahead and start messing with his head, his arms, and his legs and check out some of this basic articulation. Before I start, I want to see if his head moves because, again, it's like that soft rubber plasticky material. He can't really turn left or right too much and or go up and down, but so much so. Let's go down, up, not too far. Let's go ahead and remove his head, see what happens. Okay, his head came relatively easy off. There's the peg right there. You can see that this piece right here, part of the cloak and the cape. And then here's the soft goods cape, comes right off. But this will come off as well. There's even detail on the back, guys. I mean, it's not painted detail back here, but it's still molded. Very good. So you got the detail up front. Since we have them like this, let's go ahead and check the articulation. Looks okay. You can see right in there. You can see in there the shoulder pad area looks like it's tacked on with that like a glue, but you won't see that when he's posed, and of course if you have your cape on. I don't know if we're going to have too much arm articulation. I don't see the butterfly joints because of this mold, but we still get a 360 up and down. I'm trying to see if we could bust this arm out. There you go. Did this move up a little bit? Okay, that's as far as he'll go up. He will go just close to 90. Doesn't really go down too much further. Trying to think how this is pieced together. Oh, you know what? I think it's ported in right on his deltoid there. So that's why it gives it that swivel. So it's not glued down. Sorry, let me see if I get better. It's not really glued down, but it looks like it's ported in there, so that's a good thing. So it'll allow it to move a little bit more free. So if you want to bring it up, about like that, you can bring them down a little bit. You can get them a 360, left and right. Very good. Upper bicep on both sides. And then let's look at his elbow. Look at that pinless, double jointed though. Get a little bit of restriction because of this awesome looking gauntlet, which does not go 360 or rotate, but that's all right. You do get a 360 at the wrist. For his right hand, you get the trigger up and down. Look at that. And on the left, in and out, swivel 360, double joint on the little sticky, but it's okay. We could get that to budge eventually, but he's got the same joint, elbow joint on the left side. When it comes to the torso, he has an upper diaphragm. Looks like he's on a ball right there. And then I think yep, he swivels at the waist too. So not bad. So you get swivel at the waist, upper diaphragm. His belt is removable. So in case he needs to pass the title off, let's get a better look at that. So does his tunic remove? No, doesn't look like it. So they go into his girdle area, his diaper area. He could kick up that far. Come on, Skeletor. How far can he kick back? Not too far back. Let's check look at that. Knees go back pretty good. He can kick himself in the back because that's what Skeletor would do every time he messes up. He's got upper thigh swivel. His boot, got some boot swivel. He can point down, point up, and then of course he's got pivot and he can rock it. And the same on the left side. Kick up. Can you bend it? There you go. Bend the knee back, kick his back. Little loose. This one's a lot loose right here at the boot. And then of course, point down, point up, and then he'll rock it left and right. So very good on articulation, considering this soft rubber plastic piece there. So we could get him to stand. Let's go ahead and put him back together. So here we go. We changed out the left and the right hand. We got the fist in the right and the stopping power with his high five left hand right there. And right here you have Skeletor telling everybody to bring it. He's got his left hand saying, come here. And then with his right hand, he has his gripping hand with that trigger up and down with the sword. Let's go see how big Frank Langella's Skeletor is. Well, looks like just above the 7-inch mark, maybe 7 1/8. There is a Too Bad, the Roboto Red Skull. You got to keep the skulls together. Let's go ahead and pull in one more figure. Let's pull in King Hiss, 5.5-inch scale, 6-inch scale with a red skull, 7-inch scale with Too Bad, Skeletor, and Roboto. All right, guys, that is it for our review and overview of Skeletor from the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe movie-inspired Skeletor. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Definitely leave your comments below. If you're new to the channel, if you want to see what else we could do with JB's Toy Trunk, hit that subscribe button. And again, guys, thank you for checking us out. Always enjoy the ride in life. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Ooh, is he gonna hit him? Oh, he hit him! Boom! There's a fight. High five. High five.